Hello, my yogi friends. Let's do what we do. This unfolding into eventual big angles, a joy-filled feeling, hormones flowing, and some real suppleness. Finding a seat first, you could consider sitting on heels for Thunderbolt. Let's close the eyes and take this time to completely arrive. Of course, observing the breath as it moves in and out, tacitly inviting it to become fuller, slower. We'll get empty. With eyes open, take your seat up and over to the left. We'll get into some side body stretching. Tip to your right, left arm reaches across. Do some exploring. Through center, up and over to the other side. Left fingers down, right arm up and over. Explore the angles. And then back at center. Come on to your heels, take a twist to the left, look behind you. And then take a twist to the right, look behind. Do it again, take your twist to the left, maybe you're even wrapping the right arm behind this time. And then the other way, consider that little half bind if you want to. And then face it forward. Release the arms, come high onto knees. Option to tuck the toes. Let's draw the abdomen in. You're just going to tip your head over to one side and rock it. Up and over to the other side, rock your head. And then back at center. We'll roll the fists around in circles. Somebody asked me about numerology. I have to admit I know absolutely zero about numerology and circle the other way. I am enough of a rationalist materialist to suspect that the numbers could mean anything you want them to mean, but I know that might be blasphemy in some circles, so just a thought. What do you think? Let's relax the arms, lift the shoulders up and around a few times. But still, I see 11:11 like every single day, and I just tell myself, like, I have guidance. And this means I'm on the right path. A lot of contradictions up in this brain. Maybe you have them too. Let's circle up and around forward a bunch of times. Okay, interlace the hands behind you. Open the front ribs. You can even kind of sway left and right, rock the head. Something I want us to do today is just really tap in and tune into what's happening for you and adjust accordingly. And then at center, open the arms, palms will face up, reach up. Interlace all the fingers but the first, and then tip over to one side. Side body. Through the middle, up and over to the other side. Arms behind your head if you can. And then back at center, float the fingers down, take a little twist to the right. and a twist to the left. Do it just a couple more times each side. And then pause at the middle. Let's come to the back of our mat this way, still on the knees. You can reach the arms up and overhead, clasp palms, squeeze the seat, little back bend. Greeting, theoretically, the sun. Exhale, dive down, empty out in cat. Let's take it into cow. And take this moment to pause. Take the mid back and send it farther down toward the mat, rolling the sits bones higher if you can. Play with it. Rock the seat a little, and then take your face to the left and push the ground. Find your cat, lift the ab wall. Over to the right, lifting the face again. Move toward this cockeyed cow. And then back in the center. Let's do that in the other direction. Face over to the right. And then push for cat. Face to the left as you move toward cow. Okay, 10 seconds to play around. And then sweep the right arm up to the sky. Thread the needle, send the shoulder down, give yourself a twist, send that left hip back. Plant the left hand, reach the right arm up, take that hand behind your head and lean back a little bit. Elbow lifting with some intention. Keep that lifted elbow as you step the right foot to the top of the mat. Let the hips come forward. Now both hands will come down. So just breathe into the hip flexor opening. And straighten and bend a few times. Slow building heat. Rock onto the left hand. Lift this right knee into your hand so you're kind of mimicking a side plank now. Right knee lifts. You could even take your hand to your waist. Pulse the knee up a handful of times. And then back at neutral. Wag it out a little. Left arm lifts high. Send it all the way through. Find that threaded needle. Right hip moves back. Plant your right hand. Left arm rolls all the way up. Draw that hand behind your head. Lean back. Send the elbow higher and higher. Try to feel something on your back you don't often feel. Step the left foot forward. Let the hips move forward. Both hands can come down now. Let's just appreciate this stretch through the legs and hips. Always finding breath. Rock with it, forward and back. Then roll onto the right hand. It's like a side plank with the knee down. You're going to pull that left knee up toward the sky. Do the best you can. Could even take your hand to your waist and pulse the knee higher and higher for inner thigh stretching, outer hip activation. And then send both knees down, and you're gonna rock it side to side. So come way over to one side and then way over to the other side, and do that a few more times each side. And then back at center. Hug the ab wall in. So firm in your tabletop. Send the chest forward, elbows point back as you slowly lower all the way down. Let's get a light cobra to start. Lifting the shoulders really actively. You draw the tail down. Savor the feeling. And then dip down, push back onto all fours, but move right into downward facing dog position. Let's bend into a knee, rock from side to side, do what you do. If you want, you can do some Nowly pumping with me. So on an exhale, gather the belly toward the middle and pump it out 10 times. If you're ready, go ahead and try. Empty out. Pump. Walk your feet halfway up the mat. Take your hands to your shins. Look forward. Feel the blood drain away from the temples. And fold all the way down. Let's give it some time. We'll take hold of the elbows, rock the head, you can sway gently. Even straightening a knee at a time. All right, take the hands out underneath the shoulders, rock onto heels, lift the toes. Some of you will get your elbows to your toes. Sorry if that's not happening. Plant the palms, push hard, get onto tippy, tippy, tippy toes. Lean a little farther forward, and then rock back onto the heels. I'm going to do that a few more times, except we're going to add a little toe tap action. So push into your hands, flex the right foot, and tap toes to wrist or forearm if possible. And then rock back, and then other side. A few more. Okay, and you'll make your feet come all the way to the top of the mat somehow or other. One way is to do a little float, one foot flexes, and then the other comes through. Flat back, take your fold. Let's bend the knees, reach the arms forward, come down super low, and then stand up slowly. Reach all the way up, and release. Separate the feet and get into the side body one more time because it feels so amazing. Sweep the arms up. And over to one side. And up and over to the other side. And then back through center. Send the arms down. Join the toe mounds together. Let us connect in stillness. Get empty. Inhale to arms reaching upward. Exhale, come halfway forward. Then bend the knees. You're going to take your seat as low down as you possibly can, but super slowly. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up toward a chair. And then dive over legs. Inhale flat. Exhale, step or leap. Find the push-up inhaling. Exhale, lower your way. You might be dropping knees. Untuck. Let's take a good high cobra this round. Spending a little time here with spinal extension. Shoulders way back. And then dip it down. Tuck the toes. Make your way to downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg out behind. Place this foot outside your right hand. Okay. You're going to rock, but as you do, keep the right toes up if you can. You can set them down, but then when you roll back, toes come up. A few more times. And the last one is going to look like a triangle, but the toes of the right foot are up. Back heel is down. You might want to come onto block, but you don't have to. Left arm reaches high. Can you almost lean back? Let's breathe. Left arm over your ear. Touch the outside of the right foot if you can, and then spend a little time making room here through the side body. Look down, roll the hands down, and then walk over to the left, parallel through the feet. Okay, take a fold. If you can, face down or face down between the heels. If that's too easy, take your feet in a little closer. Lengthen the spine and smush yourself between your legs. Come on up to flat back. It's early, I know, but if you're up for a headstand, come on with me. I'm being honest about like what I practiced this morning before I got here. I was called to do a headstand, so we did a headstand. If you'd rather skip it, come into another fold. Headstanding, you'll climb up, perhaps straddling legs today, circling and pulsing. They're playing. How slowly can you lower? Flattening the back. Okay, walk it around to the right foot. And you'll step this into downward facing. Wave it forward plank. Exhale, lower. Lifting into cobra, because you're going to take that right heel in, make Bekasana, your frog, pulling the heel in. And then take it all the way down. Bend both knees, rock them left and right. That was too much on your lower back. You can always be in Sphinx pose, so down on the elbow instead of up on the hand. If possible, though, lift high into cobra. Okay, bend the left knee. Heart still forward as you pull this heel and foot in. And then release it. Come all the way down one more time. Bend the knees, rock your hips side to side. All right, press back in for downward facing dog. Left leg lifts high. Place this foot outside, left hand. Rock with it, but as you do, you're gonna lift those left toes. And then at some point, lift the toes, settle the back heel down. You'll peel this open into a triangle. Option to bring a block. Almost leaning back. How spacious, how long can you be? Everywhere. And send the right shoulder up and then take the arm with it, taking hold of the outer edge of this foot if possible. Trying to make some space at your side body. So almost poking the head through if you can. It's just basically a warming stretch. All right, and then release it, roll down, walk your hands over to the right, parallel through the feet as well. Let's open the arms to wings, interlace the fingers, and enjoy a deep fold. Almost like you could send your head through your legs. All right, come on up to halfway. Grab fingertips on the floor. Another inversion if you want it. So you could come back to headstand. You could choose another fold, or maybe it's forearm stand. Take your entry. Got about 8 breaths up there. Coming out. We'll pivot around to the top of the mat. Step right in to downward dog, but wave it forward. Okay, lower all the way to the ground. Walk your hands back. If you've got props nearby, I encourage you to bring blocks underneath your hands. This is only if your low back is happy and you want to explore a deeper cobra. Point the heels up, squeeze the seat a little bit, and we'll just kind of challenge the spinal extension. Keep breathing, keep sending the shoulder blades together. And then a slow release. Okay, let's press into child's pose. It's really just for counter movement in the lower back. You can rock the seat left and right and even walk the hands over to one side. And the other side. And then we meet at downward dog. Sweep the left or the right leg high. Open that hip, bend the knee, and send it way up there. Press your heart so far back that left elbow just hits the ground. Breathe to the angles. Okay, looking forward, straighten both arms. Send that foot between your hands. Okay, back heel down. You're gonna bend and straighten a few times. But this time we'll take it right up to warrior two. Straightening the front leg, tip it into reverse triangle. Okay, bend that right knee, take it into a side angle. Fully extend it if you want. That means arm over the ear. Okay, it might help to bring a block for this next transition. Basically, you're going to come into a triangle, see if you can take hold of that foot while keeping your head, or your arm in line with like your back ear. That's super challenging, especially if you're tight or strong in the shoulders. But if you want to strap around that right foot, that's a good idea. You can think about compass here. Okay, relax it, look down, plant your hands, back heel lifts, send the back knee down again. Okay, this might feel like enough for you, but if you're ready to take your legs a little deeper, let's bend that back knee, grab hold of the foot, pull in. Looking forward, tuck the back toes. Let's sit up nice and high. Take your hands to your heart in prayer. I'm just gonna get a balance, pose, and some work for the legs. So sending that left leg forward, can you take hold of the foot? Coming down as low as you dare, doesn't have to be super low. Keep some buoyancy for 4, 3, 2, 1. Look familiar, stand up tall, and if you want to, keep on working this leg close to you. Okay. Can we take this back to side angle? And roll it down. Step to plank. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Connect. Left leg lifts high. We'll open the knee, or open the hip, bend the knee. Press so far back through your chest that that right elbow hits the ground, if you can. Looking forward, both arms straighten, foot between the hands. Ground the back heel. Okay, peel it open. A little bit, you're gonna rock forward and back, kind of like we do when we're lunging. This time, it becomes warrior two. We'll straighten the left leg, tip back, make peaceful triangle. It's kind of a lift through the low abdomen, the low back. Dare to straighten top arm, even roll the heart up. Stand up, put a bend in the left knee, take side angle. And if it's natural enough, make it extended, right arm across the ear. Okay, can you touch that left foot as you straighten that left leg? So it's like a triangle. You're trying to poke your head through this right arm. Just making the space that you can. Keep thinking about compass. Use the strap if you haven't yet. All right, look down, release it. Back heel up, send the right knee down. You can stay here with this, but if you want a deeper stretch, bend that back foot or knee and pull the foot in. And then we'll release it. Okay, prop yourself forward. Tuck those back toes, sit up tall, and lift the back knee. Hands to prayer. You're gonna step forward, kick forward, and grab hold of the foot if possible. We stay kind of squatted. Doesn't have to be the super low, kind of bent knee, but we're pulsing. We're staying buoyant for 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand tall. You can stay here or work on lifting this leg. And then we'll turn it in to side angle. Roll down. Plank pose, inhaling. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, urdhva. Exhale, adho. Let's set the knees down. Okay. Get even more open through the shoulders. Take your elbows onto the blocks. Work your way back through the hips. See if you can almost take the collarbone to the ground. And then come on off. Sit on your heels for a brief moment. Let's explore a little side body stuff again. So take your seat up and over to the left, take the right fingers down, or even grab hold of that right shin as you take the left arm up and over. Sit up tall, take a twist to your left, wrap the left arm behind. You might snuggle the fingers in to your waist or to the hip crease. And take a twist the other way. And then face forward. Sit up and over to the other side. Same thing. Hand down or grab hold of that bottom shin so you like almost pull up on it as you reach over. If you have a prop like a wall or a pole or whatever, it can be really helpful. Another option is to take your fingers, try to get them underneath the back of your left armpit. And then on up, take your twist to the right. If possible, wrapping the right arm around to the waist or even the hip crease or left inner thigh. Do what you can do. Hug the belly back. Enjoy this superlative now twist. And find a counter. And then face forward. All right, let's continue this journey. Coming back to downward facing dog. Slide the right leg high. You can put the left elbow down. Even slide the right hand next to the left elbow if you want to. Play with a little funky pincha. Straighten both arms. Step the right foot forward. Rock with it forward and back. This time you're creating the triangle right away where you grab hold of that outer foot. See if you can just lift it up. For some of you, that's enough. For others, you're going to want to explore like a, I forgot the name of it now. It's not Vashista, Vishvamitrasana. There it is. So you get in a little deeper. Right arm hooks underneath the knee to the outside of the foot. Then you lean back. You can just lift the foot on its own, or you can grab hold and kick out as we've been doing. Okay. If you're in Vishva, can you turn it to Ashtavakrasana? Left knee comes forward, hooks, and the legs extend for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's plant the feet. Come into a little chair, bounce it. Take it over the left foot, bounce it. Take it over the right foot, bounce it. Both feet down, stand up tall, reach up. And then arms relax, release. Slow the breath. Okay, my hands are on my heart, so I realize we haven't set an intention yet today. Let's do it now. Never too late. We can set these intentions all day long, reminding ourselves every hour of the day. So today, let it be, I'm always listening to myself. I have an inner knowing, and I either trust it or I'm developing trust with it. I have faith in my own guidance. I have faith that God or the universe or my own higher self speaks right through me in a way that I can hear it. And I'm ready for that job, ready to listen, ready to walk the path I am destined to walk. Let's connect. Reach the arms up. Take your side body stretching again. Both sides. Up through center, join the feet, reach tall. Put a bend in the knees. Arms up, Utkatasana. And a fold down. And before we go anywhere, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I'm just going to do a little playful thing where you're trying to kick your heels to your bum one at a time. So like boom, 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 boom. Alternating which side you start first. So go for it, just playfully. 3, 4, 5 times, whatever you got. I almost find it easier to do both feet at once. That's an option too. Just looking to get on our hands, have some fun. Just hit my butt so hard I'd clench my teeth together. Okay, make your way to downward facing dog. Lift the left leg high, open the hip. Send the right elbow down. Left hand slides toward that, in line with the elbow. Maybe you try a funky pincha. And step it down, straight arms, step the left foot forward. You're gonna rock with it a bunch. And you turn it into a kind of a triangle, except that you're gonna grab hold of this foot. Okay? Plant the left hand firmly and see if you can lift the heel off the ground. Trust me, that's plenty of work. But if you wanna work even more and take Vishvamitrasana, we're pretty prepared for that now. So you tuck that shoulder under, take your hand to the outer edge of the toe. You could balance on the left hand and lift the foot. This is plenty, this is enough. Or you straighten that leg, grab hold of the foot, get light through the hips. And breathe big. Maybe you can turn it into Ashtavakrasana. Right knee comes in, cross, extend, stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant your feet. Okay, you're gonna bounce in a chair. Rock it over to the right foot, lift the left foot, bounce. Rock it to the left foot, lift the right foot, bounce. Almost done here, plant your feet, Utkatasana. And stand up tall. Okay. Hands to the heart, connect your intention. Let's take it slowly, slowly down. Seat comes to earth, rock onto your back, hug the right knee in. Plant that foot, hug the left knee in.
Plant that foot and switch. Your head can roll back and switch and switch. We're just kind of lengthening, stretching out the lower back a little bit. Okay, let's get into a little ab wall engagement. So hover the shin bones parallel to earth. Try to flatten your low back on the ground, hug your belly toward earth. Okay, step the right foot down and then come back. Step the left foot down, come back. We're gonna keep doing this for a while. I'm gonna count probably an imperfect 20, okay? Keep going. Keep bracing with the abdominal wall. Do one more. And then plant both feet. Let's lift right away. Hips come all the way up. You can send the shoulders underneath you. Walk your fingers towards your heels. Some of you will even grab your ankles. Get a good high bridge. Lift the seat as high as you're able. Your choice. Take it down, rest, come back into another back bend, or plant your hands, come right up into a wheel. Tuck the chin, slowly lower, rock the knees left and right. How are we doing on time? Pretty decent. We have time enough for one more inversion if you want it. So some of you will probably be taking shoulder stand, legs up the wall. Others practicing that forearm, that handstand. Some of you, like in the press program, working toward your puppy press. So here's a nice chance to do that. It can be, for instance, I'm going to bring a chair in. Make this really, well, I was going to say really accessible. It's still really challenging to do. Important that hands are fairly close, so you challenge yourself a little bit. So the shoulders are stacked truly above the wrists eventually. You're gonna lift one knee up high, come onto the other tippy toe. Think about compression, the bottom leg, thigh to belly. If you stack your hips high enough, you're gonna feel like, wow, I can just balance right now. So maybe you get there, maybe you don't. Wherever you are, you're building strength. Let's go for it. Take it down, get the rest you require. Always into wrist flexion if you're a big handstander. Okay, if you want to try puppy with a chair again, we'll come to the other leg. So the idea in puppy is that your hips just stack so high. That's basically what you're thinking about. How high can I get my hips? They end up stacking so high that you have built yourself a press without having to muscle into it. There's always a little muscle, right? once again, come down, give the rest you require. Eagle arms can be really great. There's work between the blades that happens there. Okay, almost done. But since I don't know what hemisphere you're in, but I'm in the summertime right now. And so my body likes back bends in the summer. I like the way it feels, and my body feels ready for it. So I'm going to do a wheel and then walk up onto the chair. And if there comes a point where I feel like I can kick it over, I will. Obviously, I'm encouraging you to do the same. And if you feel like you don't trust it, well, that's okay. If you don't trust it, don't do it. Let's come into another back bend, whatever that looks like for you today. Taking feet outside the chair to get in really close. Okay, take rest up to and including pigeons. Or even shoelace legs, cow face legs, stacking knee on knee, whatever is going to target it where you need it. If you're in pigeon, you could even sit up, take a revolved Janu Shirshasana. Since we practice this so much, one option is to take a strap. Get that hip opening on the other side. If you like, you can take revolved Janu, basically a side body opening and a little something of a twist. Strap can help. Come on up. Scan you. Is anything incomplete? If so, feel empowered to take what you need. Otherwise, we'll make our way toward Shavasana. Since I have this chair so handy here, I'm just going to place my shins or my calves right up on it. It's like a really loving way to let the low back release. I'll wake you in a few. You can wake back up, shimmy around. Let's climb up for a seat. Sometimes I think that the runners have a high and the yogis have a special kind of high as well. Hope you feel amazing. May that stay with you for the whole rest of the day into the next. Thank you for being here. See you soon. Be well.